Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Archituber. In today's lecture, we are going to be discussing about the building construction and materials. So in the previous video, we have discussed about the introduction of this topic. In this lecture, we are going to be discussing about the technical terms and the definitions of building components. Okay, so without wasting more time, let's get into the PPT. Now starting with the first term or definition, alteration, a change in usage of a building or structural change such as an addition to the area of the height or the removal of a part of a building or any change to the structure such as the construction of or cutting into or removal of any wall, partition, column, beam, floor joint or other supports. As you can see in that picture, the existing has only two stories, whereas in the alteration they have renovated a new floor or constructed a new floor that you can see in the red. Okay, so it is a alteration basically to add or subtract any floor or add anything new in the structure. Then balcony, a horizontal cantilever projection including a handrail or balustrade to serve as a passage for seating place. Okay. Basement, the lowest story of a building below or partly below ground level known as basement. In simple terms, the floor that you have below your road level is known as basement. Okay. Building height, there are different types to measure the height of the building. So in case of the flat roof, the vertical distance measured from the average level of the center line of the adjoining street to the highest point of the building adjacent to the street wall. Then in case of pitched roof, the vertical distance measured from average level of the center line of adjoining street to the point where the external surface of the outer wall intersects the finished surface of the sloping roof. In case of gable end roof or slope roof facing the road, the vertical distance measured from the average level of the center line of the adjoining street to the midpoint between the eaves level and the ridge. Okay. Now coming to the plinth, the portion of the surface between the surface of the surrounding. Talking about the plinth, the portion of a structure between the surface of the surrounding ground and the surface of the floor immediately above the ground level is known as plinth level. Okay. Then talking about the building line, a line up to which the plinth of a building adjoining the street or extension of street or on a future street may lawfully extend. Now talking about the footing, a foundation until constructed in brickwork, masonry or concrete under the base of wall or column for the purpose of distributing the load over a large area. And there are different types of footings that we will be discussing in a separate video. Then coming to the foundation, the part of the structure which is in direct contact with and the transmitting loads to the ground. Okay. Then the habitable room. Habitable room is nothing but the room that can be occupied by one or more person for study, living, sleeping, eating, kitchen, and it does not include like your bathroom, water closets, stores, pantries, corridors, balconies, etc. If you see this picture, the yellow part is showing you the habitable space, whereas the blue is showing you the non-habitable space. Now talking about the ground floor, it means the story of the building which has its floor surface nearest to the ground around the building, nearest to the ground around the building, or just above the road level. Plinth area, the built-up covered by the floor level of the basement or any story is known as plinth area. Okay, as you can see in the picture, the blue line is showing the plinth area. Site, a piece of land enclosed by defined borders. So setback line, a line usually parallel to the plot boundaries and laid down in each case by municipal local bodies, beyond which nothing can be constructed toward the plot boundary. So if you can see in this picture, this is the rectangular plot and the dotted line is showing the setback line beyond which you cannot construct anything. Okay, so this is actually given by every city's DCR. Okay, so we will be discussing about that in different video. Now talking about the room height, the vertical distance measured from the finished floor surface to the finished ceiling surface is known as the room height. The clear distance measured from the floor to the ceiling is known as room height. Structural wall, it means a load bearing wall or a wall that carries load in an addition to its own weight. Okay. The external wall, an outer wall of a building is known as external wall, and the internal wall is the walls that are inside the house, a porch, covered surface supported on pillars or otherwise the purpose of pedestrian or vehicular approach to the building is known as porch. Courtyards, a space permanently open to sky enclosed fully or partially by building and may be at ground level or any other level within or adjacent to a building. Then covered area, ground area covered by a building immediately above plinth level. It does not include spaces covered by canopy, chhajja or alike projections. Okay, majorly it will be like a porch or something. Then a chhajja or sunshade, a sloping or horizontal structural overhang usually provided over openings on external walls for protection from sun, rain and weather conditions. Loft, an intermediary floor space created by introduction of a slab between the floor and ceiling of a room, passage or whenever it is provided with maximum clear height of 1.5 meter for storage purposes only. The details and the terms that we are discussing today, we will be discussing it one by one in separate videos. In coming videos you will be learning so much from the construction topic, so stay tuned for that. Mezzanine floor, an intermediate floor between two floor levels above the ground and at least one side it should be from an integral part of space floor or below. Parapet, a low wall or railing built along the edge of a roof or a floor. Now coming to the damp proof course, a course consisting of some appropriate waterproofing materials provided to prevent penetration of dampness or moisture. Then drain, a line of pipes including all the fittings and equipment such as manholes, inspection chambers, traps, gullies and floor traps used for the drainage and for a number of buildings. Drainage, the removal of any liquid, the storm water, the wastewater and sewage, etc. Now on this topic you will be getting so many questions. So the important questions I have listed here for you. The first one is, describe the classification of different types of building as per National Building Code. What are the different components of a building? Explain the same with the help of sketches wherever possible. Elaborate any 5 terms and definitions with help of sketches. With that we are done with the topic number 1, that is introduction to the construction and materials. In the lecture number 2 we are going to be starting with the foundation. So this will be divided in 2 parts only. So the first part will have the introduction of the foundation and the second lecture will have the types of the foundation and everything. So stay tuned for that. I will try to post that in the next week itself. Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video please do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel below. Thank you.